Good morning, everyone. This is B from Kongzarus, and welcome to my toy collection. This is something that I've not really done much content on YouTube. I've done maybe a handful of live streams, a couple of different reviews for my RoboSen Optimus Prime, and I do have to apologize for my sound and video setup because I just got to start off the show. It's a Sunday Funday show, and I've had the worst boo boo internet in the entire world the last couple of weeks. And so I'm streaming from my mobile device. I have this actually on my gimbal right now. And so I'm streaming from my cell phone. So I apologize for the audio and video quality. But I do want to say hello to the morning. Nothing was going to stop me from doing this show just because I wanted to talk about this. So I'm here live. So I actually can mobily show off my collection a little bit. So this is actually not a bad setup. So we'll just continue to do this for a little bit. Mrs. Kongzura should be joining us very shortly. And we should be able to talk about the stuff that's behind me. Because most of you know me from my arcade hobby. I mean, I am no joke and I'll walk around to my arcade. It's changed a lot in the last 2 years, but I've always been at heart a toy collector. And so I wanted to spend some time talking about it. I've built up enough of an audience that I think people would be interested in talking about it. In fact, one of the people that's here in the chat right now, Ricky M, is one of my biggest toy friends that I've known for such a long time. I think since 2005 was when I met Ricky. And Ricky and his now wife owned used to own an online web store called animepunch.com. Oh man, I miss those days. So Anime Punch was, a place where you can buy and purchase fun anime trinkets. Ricky and his wife would be able to go to Anime Expo and things. And as we built up a friendship, they had connections with I guess what is it called? Retailers, vendors, and so they got what's called group buys. They would be able to say, "Hey, do you want that cool new Macross toy? Do you want that cool SDF1?" And then we'd buy a big old box of them and ship it from Japan, and then we'd split it up with our group of friends. So I credit Ricky to many of these toys in my collection, and he has an insane toy collection himself. But good morning, Josh. Hey, Ricky is saying toys. Webcat is here. Hello, hello. I know you and Webhead love collecting toys and stuff. Office Arcade. Again, I've seen some of your statues, man. Looking freaking awesome. Streaming from a toy store, it seems. I do have a lot of toys in my background, so we've never really talked about it. Josh says he does both. Chucky's here. It's always great to see the Kongs. Hello, hello. War's here. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. Akuma says, I can tell you as someone who has seen this room, it is a marvel to see in person. I literally walked 2 feet, stopped, recognized I could not afford to replace any of the room, and stepped out. He did a double take. He walked in and he was like, he did the little like Black Panther like walk backwards thing because he was a little bit scared, and it was a little bit rough to even find space to do stuff in here because it's become my man cave and it's become a little bit of a mess in here. But thank you, Rev, for sharing that out. Darth Penguin says so much cool stuff. Mrs. Kongzorus just brought me some coffee. She'll be here very shortly. Project Zero Three, another one of my toy collector friends. Um, Project Zero Three. Can you link? I don't know if you can link it, but Project Zero Three. That's his name on Instagram as well. He does some amazing photography of Macross toys and is one of those collectors that won't just buy one figure of something. He'll buy three of it, one to keep in box, one to open and display, and one to save for a rainy day. I don't know. He's like one of those guys that like, I need three of every figure because I'm just that type of collector. And do any of you have like crazy collecting habits like that? Like, would you collect three arcade one-ups to keep in box or something? Project Zero Three. That's awesome. I might be interested in even talking to some of you folks too, just because it's so fun. Philly Chick says, good morning, Kongza Rush. My brothers and I have a relatively large Star Wars collection as kids. Unfortunately, most of the toys went missing, and your brothers did snag a few of the OT action figures. Nostalgia is a huge, huge bug. It's a huge drug that really attaches you to buy things as an adult when you can afford them. Isn't that the worst thing when nostalgia does to you? That's exactly what happened with my toy collection. These are things that I dreamed and wish I could have as a kid. That small little nugget. I remember my first little robot Macross toy was like this little handheld figure, and I was just like, oh, I really want more of these. And that spawned all these other things, Transformers, Macross. But yeah, I think I think I only have one toy left from my childhood. It's actually this right here. That right there is a Robotech tank, hover tank Macross toy from Southern Cross. That's the only toy that has survived my childhood that I can remember that I held onto. But guess who's back? Back again. Hello. Can you say
Hello.
Mrs. Kong Zeras, how are you?
Good. This is such a jank setup, but it's awesome.
Jank setup. I mean, I know we tried everything. We turned on 4 of our different laptops today to see if we can connect to internet. It's been really terrible. So I don't want to talk about our internet anymore. We're here. Apologies again for the audio and video quality, but it's fun.
Sunday Funday.
It's Sunday Funday, so she already has her booze. She's ready to roll.
Yeah, except I'm not gonna do a full bottle of champagne. It's a half bottle of champagne.
Yeah, half
because
bottle.
I have to be on tech support call with Netgear in an hour.
I know. It's really crazy.
I finally got escalated to tier 2 support.
Tier 2.
You only have to call them every day for 5 days straight to get escalated to tier 2.
So it's both our router and our ISP, I think, has a combination of issues. So right now,
I think it's down to the router.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a Netgear Orbi mesh system that we've tried 2 different versions of. Even before with the regular Spectrum stuff, it was having weird funky stuff though. But it is what it is. Big Reese's here. What's going on? Billy just said your youngest brother still collects Transformers. Starscream is his favorite. It's very good. Ralphie, hello, hello.
I'm doing this over your
Office Arcade's collection is pretty amazing.
There we go.
Yeah. As someone who does both as well, you say that toys are crazier, at least with video games. Other people are welcome to play with them. Okay, so here's the question of the stream. So I said, and I don't think she's seen somewhat of the thumbnail. I said, what's a crazier hobby, Mrs. Kongs or us? Is it my massive toy collection, or has it been my most recent home arcade obsession over the last 2 years? What would you say?
It's definitely been the home arcade obsession, because he was, since we started dating, I always gave him a room. This is the shit. We always had a 2-bedroom something so that we could live in a space and he could have his toys in a space. No, so
a man cave, right?
I was talking to a colleague whose daughter is turning 19. And I used to babysit her. And this colleague she hadn't seen my living areas in such a long time. She goes, yeah, I remember when I dropped off my daughter, and the daughter was like crazy about it because you had a toy room full of toys. And that was like unheard of for college kids. But yeah, I would say the arcade collection has gotten crazier because it's not contained in one space. It's taken over a car's parking spot. It's removed one of my beloved den couches.
Not that beloved.
There's another one downstairs where I'm constantly pushing the kittens off, but you're just like, it's a cat bed. So yeah.
So you think the home arcade's one just because of the space issue? Yeah.
So space and electricity. You should see our electric bill.
And electricity. All right. So yeah, I would venture to say I've always had a man cave, like my space where I could contain some of my toys. And if you couldn't tell, I'm the type of guy that does not like to keep stuff in box. I like to very much display things. I have these custom built cabinets that I put together. I got walls upon walls of stuff. I got more stuff on that side as well.
You boarded up a window.
I did. That poster back here. There's a window behind here, and I was like, you can't have sunlight touching your toys because it's gonna yellow your toys, right? So you gotta board it up. But yeah, the arcade collection, and since we're mobile, we might be able to walk around and show off a little bit what's happening, but it has taken up more of the house. But so to Mrs. Conqueror, the home arcade obsession is crazier because it takes up space. So let me know what you guys think. I think it's true. Like, at least toys, Darius has a good point. At least video games, you can play with each other. It's more social, but toys take up less space for sure.
Not unless it's a pinball that you play by yourself.
Don't read what Wedhead's comment says. He says, don't read.
Does the bidding start? Oh, yes! What do you want? Wedhead, what do you want?
No, we're not doing...
Masterpiece 10G Optimus? I don't know which one that is, but no.
All right, if you can find which one is the Masterpiece 10G Optimus Prime, then we might consider
selling it to Webhead for how much?
No, I'm just curious if you know which one is the Masterpiece 10G Optimus Prime.
Well, it has to be within this view because Webhead saw it.
Yeah.
Masterpiece 10G.
I also have a ton of stuff that's not opened yet. So, by the way, speaking of Masterpiece 10G.
We have another Masterpiece 10G.
Yeah, this is a bootleg version of Optimus Prime.
Bootleg version? You already have a bootleg version.
Oh, see, like this is the.
Who are you giving it to play with?
No, this is not. So this is a different Optimus Prime. I collect Optimus Primes in my collection. Okay, so see these Optimus Primes? That's the MP10 right there.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the MP44. They came out with 44 different masterpieces, at least that I know of. So
and a bootleg one.
And a bootleg one because support the real people. But I'm cheap and I like to buy stuff from China.
Is that one the 10G?
I don't know what 10. I think it's that one over there. I think G Shattered Glass is I think the G version that you're talking about, Shattered Glass. So Shattered Glass Optimus Prime is right there. So these versions were really nice, but this is the animated version, so it's a different mode. It's pretty good. I know I'm really behind on chat, but Project 03 says one for each mode.
One for each mode. Akuma Ren said, man, literally has 1G Optimus and every amazing robot toy in my childhood is in this collection.
Yeah, for sure.
What's Sputtle?
Sputtle, to work ineffectively, to be extremely busy whilst achieving absolutely nothing. Good to know. Good to know, Rainwater Games. All right, you got a bunch of box stuff that you display. Box depends on the age and the variety of items. I have had like $500 toys that I still open up, and so I don't know if the rarity. I appreciate the rarity of it, but I'm still like, I want to see it. I want to display it. But some of the biggest things I have in my collection, like I don't know where to display it. Look, I have this giant Unicron that's been sitting there. And for folks that remember the stream from before, I have my giant Razor Crest sitting on top of my pinball machine because I have literally no place else to put it. So that's.
When are you selling the pinball machine?
I'm waiting for Mystery Encoder to finish up his mod so that way we can. Yeah. Hello. You did, seriously.
With my ears.
Yeah, and so I guess it's a little bit fun that we're mobile, but quality. Okay. Transformers is your weak point. You're a figure collector mainly. You do have Venom statues. That's awesome. Hover Tank. Good morning, Philly Chick. Hello. These people are saying good morning from before. Cute hat. Happy Sunday.
I got
how you doing? Hi, Blood Tide.
Yesterday.
Yeah, so we did go to an anime convention locally in Torrance that we like to support as well. So Anifest, if you're ever around, check them out.
Oh man, my hair is.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, it's part of Sailor Moon. It's supposed to be cat ears. You can see it really well. Not on a mobile device. If we were on an actual webcam.
Yeah, possibly. Okay, so how you have Transformers collections, you get more use out of the arcades than you do with toys. I would say yes and no. Depends on the toy, because I've also now, not with these toys, but more recently have been able to have my kids explore some of these things too.
They want to touch it.
Yeah, I was always one of those things where it's like, at what point would I allow my kids to play with my toys, not their toys?
For the longest time, the oldest would never come into this room because he knew you were never allowed to go into this room. And the youngest, after she was born, I don't know, you just like kind of threw caution to the wind and everything like that too. But she would always come in and start playing with everything. And then after a while, she would just be like on the floor dismantling all the little Legos that he built, and he's just like, whatever.
Yeah. So how kids play with Hot Wheels and like little cars?
Oh, yeah.
My daughter would come in here and she would grab like my $50 Binotech toys and was like vroom vroom vroom,
shoving little Lego people.
I know. So like this is a $50 toy when it originally came out. This is an S2000 Honda that it transforms into RC. So this is one of my first toys. I love this series line. It's called the Binotech, or alternators in the US, but they were real car models that transformed into real robots. And that's what I thought Transformers, the live action movie, would be sort of like these designs. But yeah, so she comes in here and she plays with my $50 Binotechs instead as Hot Wheels. So that was pretty fun.
I know. Right. I think our hobbies have kind of gotten a little weird and out of control, and kind of, what, children? What's wrong with your phone?
My gimbal died. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think my gimbal is running low on batteries, so I might have to hold this up pretty soon. But we'll see.
So much fun.
I know, this is so.
And you need to get so close to read the chats because I'm in my glasses right now and I can't see.
Keep reading while I go find a cord for this so I can plug it in.
There's too many like things here, and I'm afraid of pouring my champagne back in my glass, so we're gonna have to do it like this. People definitely don't look at my games the way I look at my shelves, and people at stores are kinder when I ask about arcades not on shelves. Interesting, Josh. Is this because like when you're going out to look at toys, actually I'm assuming it's arcades, people are kind of curious as to like the questions you're asking. Oh, thank you, Darkstorm Queen. Yes, this internet issue, this woes, goodness gracious. Yeah, it's unbelievable that I would I would give him one of the 2 bedrooms, but that was a condition of our dating. I realized that he was an avid toy collector. And in order to manage the collection was to have a space for just that collection. That way it didn't look like we were a child's play area. Now it just seems like whenever we have people come over to the house, it's literally a child's playground. There's arcades everywhere, there's toys everywhere, and there's kittens everywhere. I should really be charging for people coming to our house when I think about it. It is awesome. I love it, Sputtle and stuff. Oh my god, so the bootleg toys. I don't understand his obsession with bootleg toys. He has the real toy, and he has to buy the bootleg toy, in addition to another toy that he has to have unopened. So there's 3 toys in the house, and he pays good money for bootleg toys. Honestly, don't know why. Please, if somebody can explain why the bootleg toys is a thing, in addition to having the real, toy and another version of
I
the toy.
don't buy the bootleg version and the real version of it.
Yes, you do. You just showed a bootleg version of the toy and the real version of the toy.
They're different. No, this is MP44. That's MP10. Hello.
No,
they're different.
No.
They may look similar, but they're different. All right, you have Castle Grayskull He-Man figures, 80s Mega Star Trek figure, and the kid is the 70s. So yeah, Masters of the Universe is one thing that I never really got into. But yeah, I do appreciate a good Motu.
Oh, dark storm queen.
Kawaii.
That's my ears.
I want to go back to, I saw a comment here. Webcat saying you love the glass shelves. So I want to talk about how I set up my room really fast, because this was, I think, about 10 years ago. For those that have IKEAs near your house, I purchased many what's called these glass shelves called Detolfs. These Detolfs are from IKEA. They were about 55, 60 bucks. And normally it's just one of these cubes that, like, you know, has these square boxes. But if you can see, I did a mod on an IKEA Detolf. One of my first ever mods, if you will, was taking 2 of these IKEA Detolfs and then taking out the glass shelf in the middle and then attaching it with brackets and then having it swing open, kind of like a glass shelf. And so I have 6 pairs of, or no, 8. I have 8 total here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 8 along the wall here. So they're cabinets that swing open. And then I took the middle glass shelves from them, and then I repurposed the glass shelves and put them up on my wall for my less desirable, I guess, less expensive toys, or on my glass shelves that I have. So I was able to repurpose the glass shelves on the wall too. So I thought that was really clever. Of like, when I first got my toy room, I was like, I have so much space. I can put all my cool stuff in display cases. I can put my extra Transformers and Voltron and Lego figures over here. And then I'm still running out of space. So thanks for noticing that, Webcat. I wanted to share that of how I got my toy collection. Do your cab modding skills ever sneak into modifying your toys, bro? That's what got me into Marvel Legends customs and making customs.
You make customs with your Marvel Legends? Wow.
Wow. Actually, I've dabbled in some custom stuff. The what?
The cami.
Yeah, let me take this and put this back over here. I think the cami. Oh, the cami.
Oh no, right there. You can get those, girls.
It's over there. Yeah, I'll get one of these.
Oh, can you even open the door? This is so sad. He's trying to pull out a custom, but he has to shift boxes around. I'm gonna take my champagne off.
I got this.
Yeah, he does make customs with it.
Right,
and this is like the scariest part of our relationship.
Have you ever heard of the custom mecha girl? So I took these anime figures and a mecha figure, and I combined it into a mecha anime girl figure. So this was a VF19 Macross figure, and so I made a bunch of these Rebel Techs. Actually made a Cammy figure into a Destroid. So for folks that look like Cammy, you might think that's blasphemous. I thought it was really cool. Maybe I can pull that out too. Yeah. But yeah, I have done some modding. I do some, not like modeling, but I did paint up a couple of kits that I put together that are behind. So like this glass shelf that's behind my pinball has some of my most valuable prize Macross collections. Oh yeah, that's the one that you did. Yeah. So I do a little bit, but I'm not as artistic. I do have some amazing friends that do custom work though, and I really am. You know, some of our good friends like Roby, right? Roby does some amazing things. There's amazing folks that either 3D cast stuff that used to develop stuff before 3D modeling was there, they would just make stuff out of styrene plastic and custom figures and then recast it using resin. And that's how you used to be able to make custom. So yeah, I do have some talented friends.
I love what Project 03 said. Like
how much is admission to the KRU arcade toys and cats fun land?
Well, I was saying like our house has slowly become like basically a theme park for some, well, not theme park, but like an arcade cat lounge for a lot of folks. They can come in for the arcades, play with the toys, or play with the kittens. Your pick.
It's still a mess though, so I definitely will need to get it into a place where we can hang out.
Yeah.
All right. Akuma Rev says, Mrs. Crew, I'm with you. Either have the OG or have trash. Bootlegs or wax. Sell them. No. Come on. All right. Look at this. This is a bootleg. Could you even tell this is a bootleg?
Yeah, look at the sword.
Yeah, when you talk about bootleg toys these days, these are third-party Transformers or actually
Dad, look, it doesn't even fit perfectly into this like model.
These are reproductions. Like these shady Chinese factories that produce these for the companies will take the molds.
Why are you saying they're shady?
Because they are. They just totally took they used the exact same design and just took off the logo for the Autobot symbol. I'm saying you are a bootleg and shady, like the people in China that are making these, right? It's it's great for me that want to buy it cheaply, but it's
get your foot out of your mouth. It's good.
No, there's nothing. It's a fact, right? Okay. A factory that makes real products for a company then takes that same mold and continues to reproduce it after the fact and then sell it. It's shady, and I probably shouldn't be supporting it, but it's cheaper.
No, you should not be supporting it because we don't need any more toys in this house.
Oh, but I'm saying the quality of bootlegs are so much more advanced than when you used to go to Chinatown and they would be like off-colored brand. Like you would get this, but it would be like orange and white and green and stuff. And like now they don't even care. Now they're like, nope, I'm gonna make it look exactly like the real thing and just take off the logo. Like they're getting super smart about how they do bootlegs. But I mean, this
I almost fell off the chair.
I'm sorry.
I'm good.
This is amazing. And this is a different figure than the one back there. This MP44.
Arcade wants to know any kind of light mods like LED strips or disc lights.
I have some just small lighting in my cabinets that I did, but like not a ton. I do need to spend more.
I've the little Macross one. Have you ever showed off he has a light strip in one of them?
Yeah. Only when I turn on my lights from my regular setup, you guys can see the light strips that I have. But I've sadly almost ignored my toy collection the last 2 years, ever since I've gotten into this arcade hobby. I have tons of stuff that I have unopened. So yeah.
Ooh, did you ever get a sideshow collection figures? We've seen so many of them. They're really nice.
Yeah,
really
they have
expensive.
Beautiful displays when we go to like Comic-Con and places. But one, they're huge. They're like statues. And so I've never been a statue figure. I've always been more into I've always been more into like posability and action figures than statues. Statues are awesome. I know Office Arcade does statues, but I like the thought, even though I display them, that I can pick them up and transform them and do stuff.
Like it's called Optimus.
Optimus.
That is true. We had Star Wars by Lepin.
Yeah, there's also bootleg third-party Legos as well that I've purchased many of as well.
Oh,
but so there's a difference between third-party bootleg and non-real ones. Some of the bootlegs are really whack. There was a bootleg RoboCop from Robert's Cop. That's a good one.
Bad.
Okay, so here's a difference between a bootleg, which is an actual exact reproduction of a licensed toy, and then you have something called third-party Transformer. So this is another Optimus Prime made by a company
Magic
Square, right? And so they released their own version. It's a unique mold. It might take elements of it, but now I have an excuse to open up my Magic Square Optimus Prime.
I love reading all of like the bootleggy names.
The bootleg names?
Yeah, tons of karate-friendly toys.
Bootlegs are fun. They're weirder. Yeah, we're supporting somebody's business, right? I know, like. Oh no, something's falling out.
Oh no, Takara Hasbro is watching you, B.
I know they are. If they would, I'd be like, hello, hi, thanks, welcome to the channel, Takara Hasbro. What's going on? But I mean, there's tons of content creators that make stuff. All right, so this is I haven't even opened this yet. I'm really excited. Okay.
The bootlegs, the weirder the better. Oh my god, it's another bootleg one.
Look, it's a clear version I don't know why, of a Magic Square Optimus Prime. So this is very, very similar. I think this is another bootleg of this. So this is.
I love how his backpack on one of them is like ginormous.
Yeah. So this is the bootleg MP44, and then this is the Magic Square third-party custom. They look almost very similar. They're supposed to be anime versions, but you can tell they're different. Look, even the back has different molds on it, so they are different figures. They aren't the same figure, but they look very similar. But they're pretty cool. I love Optimus Primes, and so I get to play with them. Cool. Magic Square is dope, but it's all about fans toys. I have some fan toys things for sure.
And the plastic falls down.
I know. I'm just here's another one. I like, so the anime version of Optimus Prime. Here's the thing about Transformers. They go through so many phases. You have your G1s, which was kind of like crappy.
Thank you, Kumarev.
Oh, thank you. Hit that thumbs up. Thanks to Humor Rev. I've been wanting to open these for a long time because
You've been waiting for a stream.
I have. I need an excuse to play with my toys. This is one of the reasons I wanted to do this stream. I made even space for us to sit here. But these anime versions of Optimus Prime have been sitting here, and I like to have different versions of them. So my last anime version of Optimus, I have 3 of them that I've not opened yet. This is the Transform Element.
Metal deformation.
Metal deformation. Do you like the box for this? It's not Transformers. It's Metal Deformation. TE1. Transform Elements 01.
My goodness.
All right, I'm ready to open this now. This is really cool. All right, continue talking while I get to open up my toys.
Actually said if I had honestly had bootleg Transformers, I would open all of them and play with them.
Yeah.
You just leave them on your floor.
Oh, okay. All right. So now,
oh my goodness. Okay, we don't. The biggest Transformer you have, the stupid Omicron.
Yeah, Omicron. Did you just call it Omicron?
It is also stupid.
The Devourer of Worlds. That is my biggest Transformer. This giant Unicron that I've not transformed once. This is the HasLab Unicron that cost
Omicron.
$600 when it came out, but it was selling for like $2,000 when it was a while. But I did a live stream where I unboxed it with Cool Toy last year, and it's been sitting there the entire.
That is the biggest.
That's the biggest.
Bigger than my head.
Right. Deformation. Oh yeah. No, it's so cool. Look. Okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, I forgot about this. This is so cool. All right, so this is a cell shaded MP version, MP10 version. Isn't this so cool? It's cell shaded.
Oh, I bought a toy that I forgot about.
I completely forgot about this. Look up. Oh my god. All my boxes. Oh man, I'm just having good. So this is a normal one. This is how you would see it in the cartoon, cell shaded, and it's a different mold too, I think.
Yeah, because he doesn't have like the big old backpack.
Yeah, so I mean they're all different molds. So these are like their own company designing it. So they're all slightly different, even though they're the same size figures. But come on, man, cell shaded
I'm
toys.
For the young one to come in here and just start like, you know.
Cell shaded Prime. It's so freaking cool. I have a cell shaded MP10, like a big one. MPP10, that's called that.
So Red
shaded stuff. It's so cool.
Canada says Optimus Convoy. So cool. I have mostly every rendition of Optimus Prime, but haven't kept up for a minute. Oh god.
I know, it's so cool.
It's like
shaded.
It's like Christmas every day. You don't remember what you have.
I know.
You do have a lot of collections. Wayne Rice, take that nice out. We are not proud of this collection. No,
nice.
Not, right?
I need to do some more. I need to do more reviews of. Oh man, I got so excited and I forgot this is the
Apparently, everybody wants to see your live stream about toys that you don't have, and I feel like we could probably run like weeks of this, which is kind of sad.
Yeah. I'm just excited to have an excuse to open this stuff up and just play with my toys. You know, you go through phases of collections and stuff.
But do we want to transform Omicron into?
That would take over like an hour, like legit following the instructions one by one. I've heard it takes an hour to transform, and if I did it live, it would be worse than unboxing and putting together an arcade one up. Can you fit inside an Omicron?
Possibly.
Oh,
you keep saying Omicron.
Yeah, that's Unicron's new name. It's Omicron. Oh man, this is so freaking cool, and I just dropped all the boxes and everything too. All right, it's gonna be fun.
Oh my god.
So those are my 3 new Optimus Primes that I've been wanting to open forever, and I just opened them.
Wow, yeah.
Look, I now have 3 new Primes to put into my collection: MP44 and P44. You know, bootleg.
Oh, I love this. Omicron is the bootleg variant.
Omicron's the bootleg variant.
it's
I am
like
the devourer
the
of
crowd-
worlds and sickness.
the crowd was-
Omicron.
That was not a turn on at all.
Mm.
So the crowd wants to see us do a live stream of you transforming these things live. So that might be fun.
Really?
I don't
Like
know.
that? I've actually never seen it. So here's the thing about me being somewhat lazy. So this is an excuse to buy more than one of one thing, because then I can transform it and then leave it in that way. So one of the things, there's a third-party version of Omicron that's made by Studio Cell. I think it's like $300. I've been like hemming and hawing about buying it, but it's actually really cool. So for folks that have seen the Studio Cell version, they say that one's actually more screen accurate. So I might have already purchased it. But then,
So am I going to expect another one of these things on my fingers?
No, it's not an arcade. Maybe.
So,
We'll see.
okay. So Cogs Ross redeemed himself for that mandate with Bobby Voo.
Yeah.
He actually got me something equivalent to the mandate with Bobby Voo. Love it, love it, love it. Our favorite jeweler, Jewel Luxe. So,
Every time I buy an expensive arcade or I take Bobby Voo on a mandate, I have to buy her jewelry. So.
Fellas, that's what you have to do for your significant other in order to maintain your love for the game.
Mm-hmm. You wanna show it off? Show it off.
Let's show it off. This is actually pretty rad. It actually matches with my Sailor Moon theme.
Mm-hmm.
It is called, oh, you can't really see it. Hands. There we go.
Yeah.
I love it. It's just like you love transformable things. It looks like one ring, but it's actually two rings that nestle into each other.
So it's a sun and a moon ring using a moonstone, and it was pretty cool. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like a transformable ring. It has different functionalities. So
Right.
we are supporting some local businesses, and so we have a favorite jeweler now that we use. Her name is Jewel Luxe, and it's pretty awesome. So
anybody watching,
I get something, she gets something.
Jewel Luxe,
I get something.
If you need to buy anything for your significant other, lovely rings, lovely pendants, all was it conflict-free diamonds and gemstones.
Yeah, so
local Asian-owned business.
Yeah, we love her. She does great stuff. And so now I have like a dealer. I used to have like a toy dealer, like Ricky, be like, hey, get me my toys. And so literally the day that yeah, no, Ricky was here earlier.
Okay.
And so now that I buy things, I was like, hey, Jewel Luxe, I might have been in the doghouse. Can you get me like some new things and help me out? And she helps me pick out some stuff. So she's been really, really cool.
Do you even sell these toys?
Sometimes, depends on, I used to like, again, I need to make space for stuff, so I have to sell things to make space. So I used to have a shelf full of what I used to call, what are they called? Classics figures, G1 classics. So they've reimagined a lot of the original Transformer collections, from your Generation 1 toys to like remakes of Bumblebee or, you know, Hot Rod, and they were like really cool figures. So I had to get rid of them all because they started making real masterpiece versions of them. But yeah, I did set up. That cell shaded Prime would look sick on your 80s hero shelf. That's what I'm talking about. Cell shaded Prime. And this is relatively, I would say, cheap and awesome for the amount of like custom to pay somebody to customize and paint this would be a lot. But the fact that they're making toys like this now,
there's like stickers.
So cool.
Stickers.
No, it's not stickers. It's like actually painted on. It amazes me what those bootleg Chinese factories can do. Crazy.
Nice. I love B's reaction. I guess when things fell. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Shogun Warriors. You remember Shogun Warriors?
Dad. Yes.
Shogun Warriors. I'm one of the I think those are the Saturday morning cartoons.
The Saturday.
Or they would be, or was it, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of Ronin Warriors that came on in the morning right before Sailor Moon. Remember that there was like Sailor Moon and then Ronin Warriors.
And then the Pizza Cats showed up afterwards too.
You think all of us want to do one where you transform? Rafi says, you remember in the mid 80s going to Toy District in LA and seeing toys in bulk, all the Japanese robot toys made metal parts.
Oh yeah, that's back in the day when things were still dangerous. Lead paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore, sadly. Yeah, we actually drove by the Toy District a few days ago. It's quite sad.
Yeah, it's very different.
It's very different
These days.
And then like you go 2 blocks over and suddenly you see a coffee, an organic fair trade coffee roaster.
Yeah.
Next to beer. So yeah, it's different.
if you transform Unicron, he'll be easier to display. That's probably true.
No.
I was thinking of like, oh, I need to hang up in the ceiling or something to make space. Project Zero says, when my girlfriend looks at my display case, she says, why do you have so many of the same toys? She says, no, they're different. They're different color. Exactly, Project 03. Right, Brandon?
Same size, same transformation.
All three of these toys look the same. They are, in fact, three different toys.
The same way?
No, there's three different, like, the molded parts are different. Look at the shoulders on these things. They're actually different parts and how it moves.
Them?
Yes.
No.
Eventually, at some point, maybe
in a
once.
live stream, I guess.
I don't know. These are freaking cool.
I just realized the name of this champagne.
Rapinow.
Rapinow.
This is well. How would you pronounce this? Rapinow. Rapinow.
Rapinu.
Yes.
Don't pronounce the E.
All right, one for each mode. Hey, what's up? The code always wins. Tika. Red Canada loves your shirt, Mrs. Kongzarus.
Thank you. You should
the
also
code
love
always wins says home arcades are crazier. Yeah, we established that earlier, that home arcades definitely take a lot of space. In a couple minutes, maybe we can walk out to the home arcade so I can tell you what's happening with the ladies.
Probably should. The kitten's trying to make eye contact with me so he can come in here.
So I've actually in the last month or so have been rearranging the house. It was one of Mrs. Kongzarus's DGs, what is your gripes, your
Good Lord, don't give away stuff that we talk about in the bedroom.
What's that? No, what was the thing that you said is
part of our 3Gs for the
3Gs, yeah. It was that I was moving stuff around the house, right?
Yeah. And also not spending time with me. This is why we're doing the stream. So you can spend time with me.
Quality time talking about our hobby. That's right. Yeah. Philly Check says she actually meant Unicron. Happy wife, happy life. That's right. Mrs. Kong is ballin'. Bling bling, Sailor Moon shirt. B is that a construction tees? No, this is actually my Macross shirt that was made by my good. That was my good buddy EXO Digital Arts. EXO does stuff. But you got the touch. Yeah, that's right. You got the touch. You got the power. You know it. All right, Ronin Warriors was amazing. You remember how much those figures go for? Yeah, you know what I was talking about, Ronin Warriors. I don't remember Shogun Warriors. If that was the
Shogun Warriors is the
Mazinger G, like the big robot warriors. Yeah. I think maybe Shogun Warriors
is that. The Mattel partnered with them for a little while.
Go ahead. Remembers Ronin Warriors? Those toys with removable armor, like, and giant samurai mecha stuff. Glad people were like remembering. That's, what I know. Ronin Warriors, aka Samurai Troopers. Shogun Warriors are the giant mechas from the 70s to 80s. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for refreshing my memory. Who else has started fumbling with nearby figures since it started? Just me? The cool thing about working from home the last couple of years too is that, like, since I've been in my man cave, I do tinker, with stuff. Sometimes I'll be actually even fixing a lot of toys. I've become a real life Doc McStuffin for folks that know the show about, a little girl that fixes her toys. I've often fixed a lot of my personal and kids' toys that have broken an arm or something.
I love the little one who always brings you a toy.
She just walks up to me and she's hi. Like, the other day, can you got the Tifa? She was playing with the Tifa and she ripped off Tifa's arm. And I was like, Tifa, no. She's like, I bent it too far back. And then it just ripped off. And so my favorite way to fix toys for folks that ever have a broken part is actually to attach, I know her arm just came off, is to attach a paper clip. Yeah, so metal rod paper clip through, drill it into both sides, and then if you use glue.
We need to take a tour outside. The kittens are now, they stopped making eye contact with me, and now they're trying to be brazen.
And that's how I fix my toys. So oftentimes I'll use just paper clips, make a little dowel rod, and then that's how I fix my toys. I fix a ton of their toys the same way. So that's my favorite way to fix toys, paper clips. All right. You remember having die-cast Voltron when you were a kid? Check out the die-cast Voltron. All right, let's do a virtual tour of the collection so you guys can see what I have, and then we'll head outside. And then we'll probably end the stream pretty shortly. So we'll be mobile.
You're like show and tell.
I know, I get to do show and tell. Am I getting the Super 7 Voltron? Yes, don't tell Mrs. Kongzarus. It's very expensive.
What? I get another ring?
You love toys. What's up? Love that you two do this together. Oh, thanks, Ashley. Appreciate that. I love hanging out with her. You're going to send a video. It will make you both laugh about toy collection. I'd love to invite you on Project 03. We should chat about that. You told me there was no show today. D-Lab, what are you talking about? Did I say there was no show today? I said there was no show last week. Last week we didn't do a show. And there was almost no show today because our internet is still boo-boo. I'm actually doing this from my phone right now.
I got a tier 2 call in 20 minutes.
All right. It's all toys, a garage sale time. No.
It's a fire
no.
sale. Who wants what?
All right. It's very therapeutic cleaning your toys and organizing. I can't believe I finally caught up to chat too. So this is a good time to turn my camera around. And you know, I've told this to a lot of other content creators that I feel like YouTube is essentially like adult show and tell. So this has been fun being able to do my adult show and tell. So I'm going to finally end the stream by doing an informal tour. I always said that once I cleaned up my toy room, I would do an actual video of my home arcade and my toy room. I think those toy room tours and collection tours generate a lot of views for folks, and I wanted to do it, but I'm obsessed with trying to clean up my room, and it's just a big mess right now. So I'm going to turn my camera around, and then we'll do a quick tour of everything and see how it goes. All right, there. All right, so we are turned around. It's a good thing that I'm mobile. I have my gimbal. Let's take this off, and we're going to start off kind of over here with folks that have seen it. So right now I do have my arcade one-up pinball machine in here still, but it's become a de facto stand for the giant ass Razor Crest right there. But you know, the biggest thing that I don't like is that it's blocking this display case. So this display case behind here has probably, I would say, some of my most expensive toys. This toy right here is particularly...
Oh, sweet Lord, that was not a cat.
This toy right here was made by a custom modeler named Roby, who designed the armor around the toy on his own. And so this is a unique custom that nobody's ever remade. She knows how much it costs. I spent $1,000 on this toy alone because of the customness. No, I bought it. Yeah, but anyways, that's the Minmay guard. And so then there's another one that was painted by my good buddy Exo again over there. So these are some of my most precious Macross toys, my Thunder Hammer toys. These are my Yamato 148 scale Macross toys there, because there's different scales, because that's the 148 scale. These are the 160 scale toys, and I'm literally running out of space. I'm mixing and matching. These are some of the newest, what's called 148 DX toys. Macross Robotech, if you guys don't know, also kind of spurned sequels. So this is Macross Plus. These are some Macross Zero toys down there, and Macross 7 toys down there as well. So this whole collection, again, Macross has always been my #1 anime series that I grew up loving and watching. So everything in the shelf is Macross related. So these are my SDF1 collection there. There's a VF4 down there. These are some mechas. Oh, and there's the Cammy figure that I kit bashed into a Destroid. And then I have some Macross Frontier figures down here. So the bad thing about everything that's here, see, this is my floor. I just have boxes of arcade parts and things. These are Glenn's yokes, and this giant box of a Unicron I really don't have anywhere to put. There's my Sentinel that Mrs. Kongzarus trashed the other day. The box that's just all over the place. And this was what I was making the noise earlier. I was trying to move stuff around. Can you grab this? Thank you. So yeah, my floor is a mess with stuff. This is terrible. This is why I don't want to do a formal tour. But anyways, there's...
You're gonna need a stronger than 6.0 earthquake.
I know, but here, check it out. Check out this Cammy figure that I did. So that's a Cammy figure that I turned into a Destroid, which I thought was pretty cool because she kind of looks like an army figure. So I thought it would be cool to do an army kit bash with her. And these are some other figures. And then, of course, you always have to have some fun anime figures. So my anime figures are all Macross related. So I keep them the same. There's the Cheryls and the Ronkas and Minmays. And so that's the Macross side of the collection there. Oh, that plush figure. I actually customized and made that plush figure. And that won, I think, like 2nd place in a customs contest year while we were back. But this is my Macross collection. And then moving on to Transformers. And so everything in this display case is part of the what's called Masterpiece line of Transformers. So this toy was the one that kicked it off. This is very first Masterpiece Transformer MP1, which is Optimus Prime. It was the best figure ever to come out at the time. It was over like 2004, I think is when it came out. It was like 20th anniversary Prime, literally the best toy ever made. And I still think it ranks highly up there. And that spawned a line of highly accurate Generation 1 Transformer toys that were put together. So I have a lot of the cars down there. Oh man, like Grimlock fell over. I gotta spend some time re-upping it. My favorite Transformer of all time actually is this guy right here. So Skyfire, that's a bootleg third-party Transformer right there. That looks awesome. But yeah.
Do you want to see if the kitty can survive in this room?
I don't know. She would go crazy if she was in here.
She's looking around.
There's the kitty. Hello, Tabs. Hello, Tabs.
Okay, we'll go.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the MP Transformer collection. I'm literally running out of space. These are my giant figures that I have there. The Metroplex, the Fort Max, the Triptychon, the Mega Supreme. Those are pretty awesome back there. I have like another G1 or MP1 with the trailer back there. I really like the trailers for Optimus Prime, but they take up so much space for displays too. I never know how to do my display stuff. And then I just love collecting different versions of Optimus Prime throughout the years. So starting in the corner, if people are asking, do I have a Generation 1 Optimus Prime? It's right there. And then they just kind of go through. So these are all my various generations of Optimus Prime throughout the years. These are some more different bootleg versions of Optimus Prime. I love this bootleg Prime. Probably one of the best primes. If you're looking for one prime to get, this is called the MPP10 Optimus Prime. There it is in the back, but it comes in various colors and molds. You can get this for about like $70. It's such an awesome figure. It's really good. I really like it. And they made different versions of it. So I really like the MPP10 size. This is kind of oversized versus this smaller version of what it retailed at. There's the Ghostbuster Prime. This was an exclusive that came out from Comic-Con a couple years ago. So that's the Ghostbuster Prime that I opened up. That came in an awesome backpack. A lot of people would have not opened that up, but I'm like, I like it. It's pretty cool. So I kept that open. These are some other Transformer Optimus Primes. And then got my Nemesis Prime collection. Mrs. Kongzera says, you saw the collection. Bidding starts soon. No. These are more Optimus Primes that are there. These are my Binotech alternator figures, the cars that transform. So I love my Binotechs. And then these are my Gestalts, my Defensor, my Superion, the Bruticus, the Devastators, the Predacon. That Predacon is also super awesome, by the way. So I really like Gestalts. So that's the Transformer collection. I have some more Unicrons in the top back up there. Got some Power Rangers. I was a big Power Rangers fan growing up as well. So I do have some Power Rangers toys. These are the legacy toys that came out. That's a Soul of Chogokin, really expensive figure. The Black Megazord there. That's really awesome. There's my Voltrons, my SOC Solo Chogokin Voltron, one of the best Voltron figures ever made. I would say that is. Look at the stand. It's pretty awesome. Here's a Down Kuga and a Megazone and a Patlabor. So those are just some toys that I have back there. Really big into Final Fantasy, so I have some Final Fantasy figures and collections. Trigun, Dragon Ball Z, Evangelion. This is like my random anime shelf. And then this was my Star Wars Lego collection that I used to display well, but this is one where my kids came in and were like, I just want to play with Legos. And so yeah, this is one that probably will eventually go to their room. And yeah, because these are playable now, so you know. But all right, so that's the toy room there. Got some other magazines, all my video game magazines and things back there. Here's some of the statues and things that I'd like to collect. Some of Mrs. Kongzera's collection, kind of.
No.
No?
No.
Wonder Girl, Batgirl, Supergirl? No? Oh, I have a fun story about that. I made that Optimus Prime helmet from a cosplay a while back. And then this is my desk that I normally make content and do work out of too. So this is kind of my tour room. Dan Kuga. That's right. Soul of Chogokin. You be faster if you don't talk about things you don't collect. What's up, Alex? Alex is actually my good buddy Exo, who made some of these customs. So Alex is here. We're finally ready to go outside and tell you the state of the toy collection. There's Alex's custom right there for folks that just saw. Alex V was the creator, or at least the customizer of that. This right here also made the artwork done by Alex. He's a great artist as well, graphic designer. This was the epitome of combining my toy hobby and love for Macross with arcades. This is my Macross arcade dual stick mod that actually does work. It's pretty amazing. This is still probably one of my favorite mods that I ever did.
How much is the Roy helmet?
The Roy helmet? This is a real branded Yamato helmet that was, I think, like $300 when it came out. And then these other helmets are actually made by a third-party company that just designed them. That are based off of real motorcycle helmets. So and this one is not real.
03. $250.
No.
$250 our best offer.
She's trying to bid off my stuff. All right, so that's my crazy toy room. All right, let's go check out the rest of the arcade, and then we'll end the stream. So here's the latest of what's happening in the arcade. So for folks that have seen my arcade and seen me make content before, it's a little bit of a mess right now. I'm rearranging things. I had my Tron here. This is my modding shelf here. I have a lot of commissions and folks that I'm finishing up, but I sold my TV and moved the bookcases to another room. So now I have this whole area to be able to put more arcades, right, Mrs. Kongzeras? Yeah?
No.
Look how much space I have, right? I sold my Outrun cab. I actually am going to be updating my racing rig. I wanted to keep this, and I need to make content on this soon. This is a G29 wheel, but I like the bigger screen for the racing. It was more comfortable, but I Outrun. I got another Outrun to do some modding videos on, just to kind of check it out. But look for content soon from Mystery Encoder and team doing some rad mystery stuff. But I'm going to be selling this eventually. We're getting rid of it. That's the commission that's happening. This is going to be transforming into a Star Wars trilogy cab soon. Decided to keep my Street Fighter 2 cab. And then I hate how much space these 4-player cabs take up. I really don't know what to do with this space, but this is kind of the corner. Got my Marvel cab that's in the workshop right now. Bobby Vu hooking it up with a custom panel pretty soon. Got my Big Blue, my Tron, and then my other stuff there. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now with the arcade. I need to wall up, put some nice brick decor on that wall. But I have space now in the arcade to, some limited things. Got Big Buck, these other things. But what's crazier, guys? Arcades are toys. This is taking up a lot of space. And
Project 03 says, welcome to the crew arcade toy and cat funland.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Says this is super neat compared to your setup. You have to jump over 3 countercades just to get into the room. I know. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. So, Mrs. Kongzeras, any final thoughts on, again, for folks that just are joining late, what do you think, in your opinion, was crazier, the toy collection that I just went through, or the arcades?
So, Jewelux, I'm expecting another ring soon.
Is it because I'm buying more things, or I'm just showcasing off the stuff?
I don't know, but we gotta call her jeweler because apparently she's gonna give me another big commission, right?
Yeah, definitely. You'd say arcades are crazier. Yeah, look how much space the arcades are taking up.
Yeah.
It's
My
really.
couch used to be here. My TV used to be here. What happened to it?
It's now a family space that we can all hang out and enjoy. Yeah. Office Arcade says your 4-player cabs are no go for you. Too small for 4 people to play comfortably.
Oh, yeah,
Too big for small 3/4 scale arcades. Yeah. So I agree, man. This 4-player cab, I loved it at the time, but look, I also combined it with my toys. There's some really cool TMNT stuff. I actually opened it up, and my kids play with this, but I put my TMNT toy collection inside of my arcade cabinet. So it's doubling as a display shelf and an arcade. So I don't know if I can get rid of it. You'll pretty see. By crazy, you mean amazing, B. That's what I'm saying, Josh. That's what I'm saying. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
On just one.
Should I
Virtual one.
All right, we'll just, since I'm mobile and I rarely do this, we'll just go ahead and show you guys the rest of everything else that's happening right now. There's Cambodia. Loving Cambodia. Yeah, we used to be big puzzle people. This is our puzzle collection. All right, so we have nice puzzles for Thomas Kincaid puzzles. There's Mrs. Kongzeras. Hello. This was what Mrs. Kongzeras was saying. Unfortunately, our chinchilla passed away, but it did make space for me to work on my V-Pin. So this is a virtual pinball machine that was made by the creator of Hyperspin called Hyperpin. So I've been working on this mod and helping him out. So we need to change out the controllers, the main guts of it. So there's Mrs. Kongzeras. Hello. And so I'll take you over to our garage. When we used to do Sunday Funday shows, this is where we used to do it. And then, yeah, and now I'm going to show you off the GarageCade. Yes, it's cribs, Kongzeras cribs. So there's the virtual on. Unfortunately, it's become box storage. For right now, the blue side still works. And Yeah, that's the Virtual side by side. This is my son's invention who won first place in his toy collection. So that's pretty cool. Or his contest for school. This is the Star Wars Pod Racer. And then my latest baby, my Gunman Wars. So yeah, it's gotten pretty crazy in here. So I do have eventually plans to make this a nice space to be able to play. But here it is. That was the tour of the Kongs R Us household. And
This is where my car used to be.
yes, that's where Mrs. Kongs R Us's class. Hey, I do play poker, Alex V. I do. New toy days are way easier than new arcade toys. Hey, Josh has a good point. So I could buy more toys better than arcades, right?
Josh, stop encouraging.
Very cool. All right, Virtual is legendary. Pod Racer is so fun. I've not even turned it on. It doesn't work because that's how I sold it, but you can see still has a shrink wrap on it. So I still need to test it out and see if I can actually repair it. If I can't, I was thinking of making this like a full-on cab to do stuff.
I love the box on.
The box, yes, it's all stuff. All right, Mrs. Kongs R Us, sit here and do your final thoughts in about how crazy I am, how much. Sorry, go ahead. Tell me how you feeling right now.
I love the fact that every time we open our garage, our neighbors are probably like, "How do they have these?" But you know what? You can make my life easier by telling me how much you are willing to pay for this, as well as anything else you saw upstairs.
Are you putting claim sales out there for me?
I am. Best offers, y'all.
We probably could do a claim sale someday for stuff that I want to get rid of, and invite my good buddy George, who does his own claim sales, and he can show off stuff. So maybe we will do a claim sale in the future.
Can we sell everything?
No. Sell me?
I was thinking about some of the toys upstairs, but
Okay, let me just turn this around so we say goodbye to each other. All right.
We at least fit one car. What are we looking at? We can at least fit one car up here, so
I just want to say and take this time to show off how much I appreciate you.
As you show off your Gunman Wars?
Yeah. I love you so much that you allow me to have this hobby in our house. And we thought it was going to be crazy that we couldn't get Wi-Fi, but having this on my phone allowed us to take a mini tour of the Kongs R Us collection, which was pretty crazy.
So can you stay for the tier 2 phone call with Netgear? Because I've had half a bottle of champagne, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
Ma'am, we would like to check your TCIP collection. Can you show me where your DCP is?
All right, thank you. Did I tell Mrs. Kongs R Us about the roller coaster you're planning to install?
Possibly. Mike, I would not be surprised if that was the case.
All right, thanks everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
He wants to end the show.
We do. We'll see you later. Bye everybody.